Alrighty, here we go. Here's day 3, catching you up. Notice this guy. Well, we have the sun today. What is that strange thing in the sky? Alright, hope you get to enjoy some of the day outside. For now, let's do a little catch up here. So it says evaluate the following expressions. This should be review, so try pausing the video and then see the answers. Okay, so this will be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 over there, plus 3 times 3. And then all this is going to make, well, that's 9 times 3 times 3. That's 27 times 3. And that actually makes 81 on that side. Plus, all that is just going to be 9. So that'll be 90. This one here, we're evaluating, so we're getting a final answer, just like we got there. So 5 squared is just 5 times 5. Bring down the multiplication symbol. Times 2 times 2. So this will be 25 times 4, and that's just 100. All right? So that's evaluating. Careful here. I don't know if you would have done this, but just hopefully you didn't make that 3 to 6, because that's not the product rule, what we learned yesterday. You'd have to be multiplying to do that. So definitely don't do that. And also don't do 10 to the 4th here and add those two exponents. They don't have the same base, so you can't use the product rule. Like they don't have, these numbers aren't the same, so you can't add the exponents. All right, you probably didn't do that. If you did, though, just don't do that, because you can't. All right. So you should get 100. All right. So now we're going to simplify the following. Actually, no. Here's one new thing you have to learn today. Very simple. If you have something like 3 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power just equals 1. That's all you got to know. So even if you did like 92 to the 0 power, that just equals 1. 1 to the 0 power, that just equals 1. Anything to the 0 power equals 1. So just keep that in mind. Before we learn the last thing today, let's do a little practice here. We're going to simplify the following expressions. So that means we're going to not get like a number answer like we did for these first two here. We're going to still have an exponent in our answer. So if you remember from yesterday, you can try these out. Pause the video if you want. But you should just add your exponents here and get 7 to the 6. It's because you have the same base here, so you can add the exponents. This one here you can simplify, and we're not going to add exponents when we divide. We're going to subtract. So you subtract 8 minus 6, and you get 2. Keep that base of 5 there. And then here, we were kind of working on this yesterday. Do the top part first. So you'll get 9 to the 7th, because you're multiplying here. That's just the product rule. Bring down your 9 squared, and then you're going to do the quotient rule. So this step. This was 1, this is 2. That's the first question, second question, third question, you're doing both. So you'll get 9 to the 5th, 7 minus 2. All right? And then, so that's review from yesterday. Now, the other new thing is, just like anything to the 0 power is 1, we're going to have a simplifying rule. This is called the negative exponent rule. So what that says is if you have like 5 to the negative 2 power, what that equals is just 1 over 5 to the 2. Notice a couple things. The exponent is now a positive, and you have a fraction. So you try this one. So you have like 4 to the negative 3. What would that be? Simplified. It would just be 1 over 4 to the 3rd power. You put it 1 over, you make the exponent positive. So here's some practice with everything. Say you have something like 6 to the 4th times 6 to the negative 2. Well, you're still just going to do the product rule and add these exponents. So 4 plus negative 2 equals positive 2, so you get 6 squared. 6 to the 2 power. Say you have something like, you try this one, 7 to the negative 3 times 7 to the 8th. Well, negative 3 plus 8 is 5, so you get 7 to the 5th. All right, and then last one here, let's say you have something like 8 to the 3 times 8 to the negative 9. Well, use the product rule, add these exponents up, so 3 plus negative 9 equals negative 6. So that'll be 8 to the negative 6. And we're not done. We have to use the negative exponent rule that we just learned. So we have to use this rule to make it a positive exponent, because that's just the form that we want. Math people like, yeah, I don't know. So we're going to do 1 over 8 to the positive 6. That's the new rule we learned today. All right, so that's all I got. Try the assignment out and send me the pictures when you get it. All right, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy some sunshine. Not like this guy.